Hello and welcome to DCG's Growth Review. I'm here with DCG's growth team, Ernesto, Marina, and Laurie. And we are here today to present the 2022 results of the growth team. We are planning this session for about, at least the presentation part should take around 30 minutes. And we will have some time, we will spend some time answering your questions. So please feel free to raise your questions or give us any feedback in the chat, in the live chat below. If you haven't, please hit the like button if you like what you see. And without further ado, let's just start. Ernesto? Oh, first thing before we just get started. This call is being recorded and will be shared in the Dash YouTube channel. I also already mentioned that we will answer the questions during the call. I mean, at the end of the call, we will answer the rest in written form in the forum. And yeah, Ernesto, Marina are the moderator, and I'm the operator here. So let's just get started. Ernesto, please.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Great. Well, hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. I'm really excited to share with you the results and journey we've been going through for the past months. As we've shared in previous presentations, DCG's mission is to provide greater financial freedom by delivering financial tools that are secure, reliable, decentralized, and usable. This mission is accomplished by working on different pillars. Here, we name them the growth pillar, the product pillar, the technology pillar. On this presentation, we're going to be focused on what the growth team has done, especially during 2022. And as you can see from the growth pillar, there are three parts that I want to highlight. We've been working hard on making sure the brand has the right voice, tone, and message. We make sure we enable the communities that we are part of and the communities that want to be part of Dash, and that we support our partners and we bring more partners. In the beginning of 2022, we were working around this 10 different opportunity areas. And those opportunity areas have evolved a little bit because of the nature of crypto and because of the way DCG has evolved. But before going there, I want to share with you a little bit of the insights of what we went through in 2022 and how DCG adjusted because of the changing conditions. This, as we all know, 2022 was a complex year for the crypto market. And it was a challenging one for DCG in particular, as we faced important structure changes. This reminds me a little bit of that meme that says how it started and how it's going. And, you know, a snapshot of DCG on the 1st of January of 2022 is what you're seeing here. But then if we fast forward to today, DCG is a very different organization. These changes can be summarized as us, the team, having distributed work from management while at the same time performing more tactical tasks. From the high importance activities performed by the former CEO, CFO, and COO, many of them were distributed between those of us who decided to stay growing Dash. This change includes day-to-day actions, such as being available to discuss technical questions and answer items to a partner, but also more time-consuming tasks, such as recertification processes that certain exchanges require, and you must respond in a timely manner to make sure the relationship keeps going. Just to give you an idea, around 40% of the key actions that were performed by the CFO are now taken over by Brian. Another 19% or so of the actions that were done by the CFO have been taken over by me, and so on and so forth. I want to highlight that adjustment and efficiency have been the key as we have moved into today's structure. So as we know that leadership is doing the right things, here are the 6 key actions that we focused during the past year. During all these changes, we wanted to make sure that we maintain team operation, that we were available for the team that was inside of DCG, and when somebody had to leave, the activities were kept running, and like they say, we kept the lights on. And some of these activities, like I mentioned, are day-to-day things. Other are more outward relating, like checking relations with banks and making decisions. The second point we wanted to make sure we maintained during 2022 was avoid market FUD. This is something that I believe we did in a very good way. There were 0 instances where outside entities were commenting on the changes that happened within the Dash ecosystem. I think that was very important. We also wanted to make sure we kept an open line with key partners, especially when Ryan Taylor left. We took a lot of time onboarding some of those relationships to myself and to the rest of the team, and making sure that key partners at the largest exchanges and at the largest operators had a point of contact for when they needed to do activities. This is great. As a matter of fact, right now, we're working, and this is something that we expect to have in 2023, but I'll just share a little bit. We're working with a very seamless solution for fiat on-ramp and off-ramp, which is something that we really want, and this is with a key partner. Another activity that we made sure we did was to make sure all the operation admin capabilities were transferred over. This means, signatures with partners where we need to move things. So that also was very important. And we were very aware to make sure that we reacted on a timely manner to legal, administration, and press-related needs from the industry. Like I said, sometimes exchanges or partners send us information and they need to have a point of contact. It used to be Ryan Taylor before, now it's some of us, and making sure that we can react to the large exchanges when they want activities is important. And then all of that was done when we were in the midst of the changes, and having finished the changes and making sure we are a solid, concrete, readjusting team, we can now retake momentum and plan forward. Now I'll go and I'll speak specifically about the integrations and partners. 2022 was a very busy year, and we worked on around 28 different integrations. And these integrations range from activities that we worked on for one of them 2 years to some activities where a partner comes and says, hey, we want to do some joint activities after launch with you. So I'll briefly go over the activities that we did during Q1 and Q2 of last year. I'll start at the top left with CoinPay. CoinPay was the first Costa Rican exchange in the country, and we were very happy to, after about a year, consolidate and announce the partnership with them, because this allows people in Costa Rica to have an option to go fiat on and off. Another activity that we supported was the integration of the CoinFlip ATM network into our wallet, which empowers the Discover function in our wallet and allows you to see where an ATM is closed. This was an activity done by the product team. We also joined the online to offline community in Brazil, which allowed us to have a seat close to many unicorns and other fintech companies in the country, and opened up a few very nice integrations. In February of last year, we announced our partnership with Copper.co. Copper is a key custodian and fintech enabler in the modern world. They operate out of the UK and they have offices in the US, and this allows us to have a first level solution that can then serve to integrate with fintechs, banks, and other startups. So this is key. We launched the AFX exchange in Venezuela. This is massive. I'm very excited. We were added as a pair on the Binance peer-to-peer market. For those of you that are not users of peer-to-peer, basically all the large players have disappeared. And this is for a myriad of reasons, but the most important one is that Binance took over the peer-to-peer market. There's no more local Bitcoin, there's no more local cryptos. And while it is not so good from my perspective to have so much consolidation, the reality is that Binance is doing all of the volume that many of these other guys were doing because they're the ones surviving. So Dash is available there. We also attended the Talentland conference in Mexico. This opened up meetings and partners with somebody else that I'm going to mention. We were added to a casino in Venezuela called Bingo Las Vegas. We were added to a chain of luxury shops called Perfumeria Villas in Venezuela. We were also added to the coin purchasing solution called Bit Plaza. This was very Brazilian oriented, but it helps with other activities around the world. In Q2, we finally announced that we were one of the first partners added to the Flexa development program. This allowed us to adapt to be one of the first to adapt the Spend SDK program, including AMP rewards and a marketing campaign that we were ready to launch. But sadly, they have stopped this program for now because they had some regulatory questions to respond before that. We hope they can solve this so we can move forward. For those of you that do not remember, the Flexa or the Speden app was making available the possibility for you to use crypto in thousands of places in the US. I remember reading about being able to use it on Starbucks and so on. We hope this can be retaken. In Q2, we were also added to the Brazilian exchange TonoX. This was an exchange that was serving the very competitive Brazilian market, and they have a very interesting use case. They work with the coffee producers, and they have a coin called Coffee Coin, which is a stable coin. This is really good, and the last time I spoke to them, they were happy because the volumes of Dash were very interesting. We also attended the Bitcoin Miami and Consensus conferences, where we had the opportunity to meet in person with many of the partners that we had not met because of the pandemic. And we've also met there a couple of market makers and other industry leaders that are supporting Dash growth. Moving on to Q3 and Q4, we continued working and driving more integrations and new exchanges. In July of last year, we finally announced the Kanga exchange, which is a leading exchange in Poland. And they have, I believe, around 150 physical locations where you can go and buy crypto directly. And we run a very interesting marketing campaign to allow their users to know that Dash is available on their platform. In that quarter, also Patrick represented Dash as at the Moonclad conference. He had a speaking slot there and had the opportunity to talk to other crypto and banking and fintech leaders in the region. And that is also opening up some opportunities for some of the challenges that the market is facing right now. It was very interesting for us to also see that the Dash futures were added to Kraken. This is a trend that I'm seeing in many of the companies. Now they're going from spot and they're starting to add more derivatives and other products. And it's great to see that a market leader such as Kraken has decided to add Dash futures. We also worked with the Coinbase team and the product team to make sure the Coinbase functionality was added to the wallet. This makes it easier for someone that has a Coinbase account to use the Dash functions. This is, one of the key projects we've been working on in terms of making sure the wallet is a full ecosystem that allows you to use Dash in a very easy way. And this is one of such examples. We were also added to shopping.io. Shopping.io, for those of you that don't remember, is a site where you can shop over thousands of items, and they cover almost all the world. You can buy products, including those that are sold in Walmart and eBay, and they'll deliver. So this is another key step moving forward to allow Dash to be used globally. And finally, in the last quarter of the year, we were added to Tangent, which is a wallet and a crypto solution. We were added to matrixport.io, which is a financial platform in Indonesia. This is an integration that is very interesting because it's allowing us to stay growing in other parts of the world. We were added to the BingX exchange. This is an exchange that I met in person in the conference called Talentland, and it took a little bit of time to get this over the line, but I was very happy to finally see this. They are an emerging exchange from Asia, and they're pushing hard to go into the Americas market. We were also added to the Run on Flux solution. Run on Flux is a Web3 enabler. Among the products that they provide, they allow you to run nodes, and they also allow you to run cloud applications for dApps and more. So this is a very good integration that will serve for the next activities we will do, especially when platform is out. We were added to the StealthX swap platform. This allows you to change Dash for other cryptocurrencies. Again, we're all very happy, and we've seen the extreme growth that we've seen with the CrowdNode integration into the wallet. There's very little I can say to do a good service to the growth and the value that I feel as a user and as a Dash community member that CrowdNode brings. So we're very happy to see that in the wallet. We were also added to TrueBit. TrueBit is a new exchange based out of Mexico. They are connected to the banking system, which is a very big solution for the Mexican market. There was only one exchange that was connected where you could change your pesos to your crypto, and TrueBit allowed that. They are trying to grow in LATAM, and we're very happy that they launched with us. And in terms of conferences, we attended, and I was a keynote speaker at La VidConf in Argentina this year. And also Dash had a very special spot in the Caracas Blockchain Week, which was a conference I co-organized with a group of other crypto enthusiasts. And me being the head of growth for Dash, I made sure that Dash had a fantastic spot there at no cost for the organization. And it was very good. The turnout was amazing. We had around 3,500 people come, and I'm very proud of that. And these were the new integrations, but we didn't stop there. As I said, we kept working hard in making sure we grow the brand, in making sure we push the community forward, and we open opportunity for new communities to join and for the standing communities to continue growing. And we have to make sure that in this bear market, we stay close with our partners, and we have selected the top and the best performing partners to try to maintain what we call the key account solutions. And this is something that especially Leuri has been working on really hard, especially around the Spanish-speaking side of our organization. And right, so some of the activities that have been done with the Spanish accounts include making sure we have a strong social media presence. I don't know if you can see it there, but our Spanish channels are quite big. We have around 9,800, almost 10,000 followers in our Instagram account. We have around 4,000 followers in our Twitter account, but the amount of followers is not as important as what you can do with these communities. One of the key achievements that we made last year was we got Dash to be, or Happy Birthday Dash to be, a trending topic, and have over 100,000 people view that it was the birthday of Dash. So that is one of the ways that we're leveraging the communities that we have built and the awareness that Dash has in Spanish. Some of the other activities we've been doing to make sure there is brand awareness around Dash: we celebrated a Bitcoin Pizza Day with some small prizes. We did a trader competition for peer-to-peer when we to maintain volumes in Binance. We had a crypto AMA with the launch of TrueBit. In 2022, we also worked helping the Dash Tech's team with their Dasher Pay solution for payroll. And we had dozens of media and partner interviews, including interviews with the Binance Spanish channel with people from Panama, Mexico, and more. Leury has been very busy appearing on TV and other shows for Venezuela and the Spanish-speaking community. And we've also had other activities with CoinEx and other partners. All of this is to say, we've been growing the Dash ecosystem, not only with new integrations, but by making sure that we keep on pushing the brand voice, the brand message, and the brand, the Dash brand in front of everyone, so they all know that we are continuing to work, we're continuing to operate, we're continuing to grow and get the stage ready for platform. Now I'm going to start talking a little bit about marketing and share some of the achievements we have done there. Marketing. Well, over my 18 years of experience, I have witnessed many brands, especially startups, to have confusion about what this important function means. This is because all leaders have a different aims for what marketing should do, and most times it's around only promotion, but this falls short. From my experience, the marketing job is to create a system for accelerating the growth journey. And in our case, this includes making sure we gather the input from partners and from the market so we can pass that input for product and request the best solutions. And also we can understand what markets are better served with that product. That's why we keep on taking a look at the different markets. And then, of course, we want to make sure we promote this better product in these better markets, which includes, of course, all the socials, but also the PR, which is both the earned and the paid, by the way, which, the paid, we haven't almost done any at all. But since I am an advocate for the process creation, I make sure to work with Marina in laying the foundations of a system so we can iterate and measure our actions. And this system is based on making sure we have constant technical updates, making sure we have good and constant community communication and integration. We also want to make sure the Dash brand has a relevant voice in the existing channels before we try new ones. And we want to make sure we keep on building the Dash brand and that, we have all that product input so that we can share it with the rest of the team. For that, I'm gonna share the stage now with Marina, who has been working very hard, especially on the first three, but I will not steal her thunder and let her now start sharing what she has to say.
Thank you, Ernesto, so much. Hi there, my name is Marina Serdeyan. You know me as Marina. I'm DCG's communications officer, and I'm really happy and proud to be here and to share marketing results over 2022 with you guys. I've joined DCG since April 24, and many activities have been done ever since. These activities, as Ernesto told before, include relevant brand voice in existing channels, constant technical updates, and community communications and integration. Now, the next slide. And here we can see a scheme on the next slide. Next slide, please.
Ernesto?
Hey. All right,
All
we
right.
got some
No, there might be
issues
an
probably.
issue. Do you want me to take over the presentation?
Yeah, that would be great.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
Okay.
All right, thanks a lot. So the slide number 15.
15.
Yeah,
Here you
thanks
go.
a lot. Thanks a lot, Balazs.
Sure thing.
So here's a scheme which represents our current and future activities. I divided Dash as a whole into two directions we're focusing on. So you can see Dash as a payment brand, including its features, ecosystem, and wallets, and Dash platform, the thing we've been working on. So from the brand perspective, we're focusing on brand awareness, which implies in turn the RACE principle. The RACE principle stands for reach, act, conversion, and engagement. And the same principle will be implemented when we start promoting platform when it's out. So what's in the brand awareness here? First of all, I would like to say what brand awareness itself is. So this is the extent to which a target audience is familiar with, recognizes, and recalls a particular brand. So if we're talking about Dash, then it should recall Dash properly. It is an essential component for Dash's overall marketing strategy because it establishes the foundation of building customer trust and loyalty. So brand awareness requires a sustained effort that involves various marketing tactics, including advertising, content marketing, social media marketing, influencer marketing, and public relations, and of course, search engine optimization. So these tactics are designed to create multiple touch points with our current customers and potential customers to ensure that Dash is consistently top of the mind. So how can we measure this? We can measure brand awareness using various metrics, including website traffic, social media engagement, brand mentions and surveys, and probably many other things. So these metrics can help us to determine whether our efforts are effective or not. And now we're working on a good tracking service for these purposes to set up our goals clearly. It can be Ahrefs, it can be a SEMrush, or it can be any other tools that we can, discuss together later on. So creating brand awareness is especially important for platform as well, because not everyone is really aware of what we're doing now, and that's the problem. So now we're working on a series of activities for a certain period of platform life, such as before release candidate, after it, before and after the testnet. And I'll be happy to share this information later on. So what's in the RACE? RACE is that principle, as I said before, used in digital marketing to guide the development and implementation of effective marketing strategies. So as I said before, it stands for reach, act, convert, and engage. And if we're talking about reach, this is the first stage of that principle. It's all about reaching out to our potential customers and building brand awareness. This can be achieved through various tactics such as social media advertising, email marketing, search engine optimization, content marketing. And the primary goal of this stage is to increase our visibility and attract potential customers to Dash. And now we're doing this by making articles, posts on Twitter, making AMA sessions, and publishing on external media. So when it comes to ACT, this is the second stage of that principle. So here we can contact our customers by newsletter, making them subscribe, or making them filling out a contact form, or making them downloading some specific stuff like an ebook. And basically, this role is now taken by DCG's newsletter you received every month. You receive every month, sorry. But this can be also achieved by webinar, contests, or different conferences. And if we're talking about Convert, this is the third stage. This stage involves optimizing our website or landing pages for conversions, and providing a seamless user experience that makes it easy for our customers to complete their desired actions. So, for example, we had an experiment with Dash Marketing Hub for the Brave browser campaign and gathered 27,000 clicks, which is not bad. And we're planning to do these activities more in 2023. And the final stage, Engage, this is a principle that where we are building long-term relationships with customers. And this involves ongoing communication, providing value through targeted content, and creating personalized experience. So just in order to make our customers feel valued and appreciated. And this includes working with the community, answering their questions on dedicated calls and sessions, providing relevant customer support. This also involves working with our current and future developers to provide them with a breeding ground for creating things based on a platform. So by following this framework in the long run, especially when a platform is out, we can increase the number of new developers, new customers, encourage them to explore new use cases when it comes to platform or when it comes to Dash itself. And I hope that this framework can help us better understand our customers and developers' needs and create targeted marketing campaigns that will finally drive some results. So now, let's jump to the next slide. And here you can see what has been done over 2022. We've done over 64 activities. So the main purpose of these activities is show that Dash is alive, is kicking. And we want to show that DCG is acting like a bridge between the brand and between the community. And here you can see a range of AMAs we've been done. So I would like to talk about AMAs. I think this is an effective tool that can help us build direct communication with the community. I mean, both community from the side of our partners and from Dash's side. And it also helps us increase brand awareness. It helps us demonstrate our expertise. And AMAs help us get feedback and insights. And also, of course, AMAs are community driven. So when it comes to answering the community's questions, it can be really helpful for building the right approach for the customers. So the numbers of AMAs done in 2023 right now is bigger than the number of those done in 2022, because it's quite effective and interesting for all of our community, for all industry community. So we have also made some blog posts on our blog. If you see dash.org/blog, you can see over 26 blog posts done over that period. And of course, we are also working on providing monthly newsletters with all DCG's updates. I've also made a series of diaries on dev.to. Basically, this is a short summary of what has been done with the platform, so you can track their historical platform progress. And apart from that, I've worked a lot with the Dash funded organizations on behalf of Joel and on behalf of Solar Guys. So these guys helped help us contribute a lot into content. So we've done many AMA sessions with Joel, and thanks to Solar Guy, and he contributed a lot into expertise Dash content. And just to sum up what has been done, please, next slide. This is a video we've made with Ernesto, and this is an advertising on YouTube. And I'll pass it back to Ernesto to talk more about it, because it's a really cool and nice work, and it reached many views, just to show that Dash is here and Dash is not going anywhere. Thanks a lot.
Hi. Thank you, Marina. Thank you for sharing the details of what you've been doing. I'll continue talking about the other components of marketing. As I shared when Marina started to speak, we divided our marketing basically in two blocks with different activities each. Marina has been focusing a lot more of her time in gathering the technical components of Dash, distilling them into easy to read and easy to market blog posts and activities, and sharing them across our media. That takes up a lot of her time. She's also doing a lot of partners activity. And then the other side of the team, which has been both outsiders with me as a leader, we have been working on more on the day-to-day branding activities. Something that I wanted to do for quite some time was to create a Dash brand manifesto, and it's the result of what you saw. We announced this, I think it was around Q2 of last year, which was a video that can be summarized with this image. You know, in crypto, there are just a few proven organic solid projects that have been working and growing adoption for years, and Dash is one of them. So we want to use our brand voice to let people know that we are a project that has been nonstop, that we don't have these crazy outages, that you can stake Dash, and you know the Masternode network has been working for years, and we will continue to evolve, will continue to work. And this is why this video, and also why, you know, I think it's one of the best branding videos we've made in a long time, makes me very excited. Another activity that we have done, you will see on the next slide, which is we've taken over and we've revamped our social media content creation with the aim of improving basically one metric: engagement. We've been working, and we've also separated our content creation in different pillars. And these different pillars include technical updates or technical tweets, kind of crypto talk type of mood tweets, others, and price predictions. We've evaluated them, and we've seen, for example, that, you know, price gets more of the engagement, the technical tweets get less engagement, and we've been tweaking and improving that process. We've gone from on 2021, there were months where Dash was tweeting like 20 times per month. We never tweeted on Sundays, for example, to making sure we have an average of 5+ tweets per day, and we include all different topics. And of course, we're creating all the GMs that you see every day. And most recently, we started experimenting with artificial intelligence to create some content and some images. But between this grid of content that has been happening constantly, we also make sure that we include all the technical work that Marina shares. So for example, one of the blog posts that she created alongside one of our fellow community members, we broke that down into different tweets and we shared it. So we want to make sure we have a constant, high quality voice. We are experimenting a lot. Of course, not everything works out best, but we try out things, and then the things that don't work, we have a process to make sure they don't repeat. I wanted to share this slide because one of the questions I got when I posted the recent Twitter report was somebody saying, oh, you received, I think it was 100 likes, and then if you divide the 100 likes with the amount of followers we have, that's whatever percent. And the reality is that according to Twitter, the engagement includes the amount of people that interact with your tweets, that counts the likes, the times the people expand, the profile clicks, the media engagement, the retweets, the links, replies, follows, etc. So these are some of the two good working in terms of engagement tweets. And in summary, we have in an average month in the bear market between 400 and 500,000 impressions per month. That's the amount of people that see Dash tweets. And we have an average of about 2.6 of engagement rate, which means that not every tweet is as good as this 5.6 engagement, where people like to reply, what's their mood? But also we have some lower engagement ones. But this is what's important, that we create the process. On the next slide, you will see that basically our social media is following a three pipes approach. Number one, we make sure we have good content creation. We keep our social channels flowing with Dash information and news, and that we are present at online events to make sure that Dash is a top of mind event. That means, AMAs like Marina is doing, and some are technical, but also we join as the Dash account on other crypto popular Twitter spaces. We also have a calendar for partner interaction. So one of the things Marina is working on is making sure that every month she has AMAs with different partners so that we can continue having this conversation. And not only is the Dash voice heard inside of the Dash ecosystem, but that we're also heard in our partners' ecosystems. We just had a very interesting AMA with Binance. Marina has been in touch with all the partners that we love and that we're always doing, and we'll continue doing that. And the most important part is that we make sure that we measure and improve. The process is quite simple if you see it in retrospective. It's the idea, you create the idea, you implement, you measure, and then you take the input for more ideas. And then you make sure to improve the process, and therefore the output is improved. And we want to communicate that Dash Core Group is creating the basic block for communications to take place. What we want to make sure is that there is enough layers that serve as a base so that many other activities can take place. For example, recently I saw a proposal for a marketing campaign on Brave to take place. And this is great because it builds upon the things that we have. So like I said, the Dash branding manifesto video, the social media presence, the AMAs, they are all the one-on-ones for marketing that we should always have in Dash. And we are very happy to have built that base. I've gotten great feedback from partners and other community members that are saying that they like what they're seeing. Of course, there are things that need to be improved, and we'll continue to improve them, but I'm very happy and proud to have given marketing a push to move forward. Let's go to the next slide, where I'll start wrapping up and sharing some key message KPIs and closing remarks. And finally, in short, In 2022, we had around 28 new integrations when it comes to business development. This means 28 new partners accepted Dash or started to work on processes, including maybe the conferences. In marketing, we had 64 branding actions, including key partner activities, which in a way are related to business development because it's a key account, but I'm counting them as a marketing activity. We had over 1 Twitter space per month. We had different contests. In last year, we did it mostly in Spanish, but after testing it out and seeing that it works, we're going to start doing some more in English. We had media publications, we had blog posts, we also included the social media content team that's external. We had 1 manifesto video. We had an ad campaign which we supported. Thank you to the Dash funded organization that did this and allowed us to do the landing sites. We also had participation in conferences. We had a booth at Money 2020. There was a Dash keynote keynote speaking slot at 3 conferences, and we attended 6 conferences in total. And like I said, we improved the tone and Dash branding. Here, there's a mistake. It's not 3.4, it's around 2 high average engagement on Twitter. And on the last slide, I'll share, we recognize for this year, there are still some things that we'll continue to do and that we will improve. One of the things I want to make sure we keep on doing is maintaining and sharing the key performance indicators so the community can be close to what is happening and help us also to make these partnerships become successful. We want to improve reporting, and one of the processes we're putting in place is making sure we have these reports at least 3 times per year. I was thinking once a quarter, but maybe once every 4 months is this type of reports, and then the monthly updates with the newsletter will continue to happen. Something that we need to continue doing is with all of the changes and challenges last year, we did not do enough of thought leadership, which results in a strategy for the future. But both Marina, Leury, and I are working on laying out the foundations for growth for Dash within the current situation. That means Dash Pay and Dash Evolution. And we're soon going to have a call where we're going to share our vision and our proposal for growth. And one last part, which we have not done enough, is to make sure we improve the time allocated for research and gather more information to start laying out more specifics for when a platform or evolution is out. So these are 4 of the next steps that I believe are going to complement everything we've done. I'm very happy to have shared all of these updates, achievements with you. And now we have a little bit of time for a few questions. It's 51 minutes after the hour. So I think we can take, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 questions. And Balázs, can you please take over and start sharing?
All right. Yeah, sure. So the first question from Andres: in which countries have you noticed a better acceptance of Dash and why?
Yeah, this is a long topic. Something that I've seen, Dash was the pioneer in digital cash. This means that we made it easy for people to use crypto in real world settings. Fast forward to today, and there are other coins that are also trying to do this, especially stable coins. So while we did a lot of work in broken economies, especially around Venezuela, and we have a large network there, the market has changed and a lot of these people have started to use stable coins. So the answer to your question is, right now, we have a large network of places where you can use crypto in the United States, thanks to Dash Direct, Shopping.io, and these partners, and in Venezuela, because people are trying to avoid the local currency. So these are the two places where we have the biggest network of where people can use it, and each place has its own challenges. In the US, because every time you use crypto, it's a taxable event, so that, you know, makes it people not use it as much as if it were in a different way. In Venezuela, people also compare it to the use of stable coins, so that is also a challenge. So it's not so much the challenges that we're facing, they're not so much related to the location and what we've done, but the nature of the product itself, because there is no coin that people are using massively. I was just reading yesterday a couple of tourists in Salvador that were complaining that they went to the store, and even though it had a big strike sign, the store told them, oh no, we don't accept Bitcoin, we don't know what it is. And it made me laugh, because it reminded me of some of the challenges we faced in the different places. And I guess it's part of the step-by-step evolution of people using crypto. So both the US, Venezuela keep being the places with the largest Dash networks.
All right, thank you. I'm going backwards with the questions. In which will you work with paid social media campaigns on YouTube or Twitter?
This is a question that I know if I give back to Marina, she's gonna go very happy to share all the plans that she has. In short, right now we don't have budget for doing that, but it's something that we have in the plan. Like I said, to start doing basic marketing of paid campaigns, and this is a perfect opportunity for the DAO to contribute with more teams, like they just did with the Brave campaign. So in short, I wish we can do something around those activities when price is a little bit better, but also I would invite the rest of the Dash community to participate and submit proposals, just like the Marketing Hub has done. I think that type of combination is the winning formulas for the DAO.
All right, thank you. Dash, Spencer says that Dash was a lot more top of mind when Mark Mason was involved. Can we hire him again?
Well, for Mark Mason to return or anybody else to participate in the DAO, they have to submit a proposal and then cooperate. It's, I guess, if the Dash community wants any person to operate in the Dash ecosystem, they can do it just like they've done with the Dash Marketing Hub.
All right, thank you. So you mentioned 3 questions. Do we have time for one more?
Yeah, we have time for one more question.
Okay. So when you show the partners on the first slide, I guess it was Q1 and Q2. Mm-hmm. That is when David asked that this is what, no, never heard of any of these partners. Are these partnerships even worth it?
Never heard of any of these partnerships.
Yeah. So the first slide, obviously on the second slide, there were Kraken and Coinbase and others, but on the first slide, he wrote, referring to the first slide.
Yeah. Well, I guess that every person would know the partners that they are aware of. For example, Copper is an industry leader. They had the largest booth both at Money 2020 and one of the largest ones at Bitcoin Miami. So they are very, very important for the B2B market. The AB20 organization is the largest fintech organization in Brazil. Binance peer-to-peer, like I said, is the largest peer-to-peer market in the world right now. So I guess all of these partners, Flexa, right now they had to stop because of regulatory issues. But Flexa was one of the largest organizations working, or the most important organizations working in the US for crypto acceptance. They were even working with Winklevoss brothers. So I guess that, you know, the partners' importance depends on how you see them. And for some people, the largest peer-to-peer market in the world will be very important, and others will not use it. But the really important part here is that we remain growing Dash everywhere, and that we keep on pushing the Dash voice in all spaces, because adoption and real-world utility do not happen with just one action. Adoption and real-world use happen when you have a large network that's integrated and you know, creating that positive loop, so more and more people in all around the world can use it. And that's what we've been doing with Dash.
All right. All right. Well, thank you for. We have many more questions since we started the Q&A part, but as we discussed at the very beginning, we are going to answer all of these in written form in the forum. Is it going to be in the forum?
Yeah, yeah. I guess I'll post the presentation, and we'll post the questions and answers in there. And
so all the questions that are unanswered at this point will be answered in written format. Thank you for raising those questions. And yeah, one last comment. Maybe I just read it out very quickly. I'm looking to get involved more with Dash and the growth team. So I guess I just wanted to, you know, give a heads up that feel free to reach out in any way, email the team, and reach out to us, and we will find a way to get you involved.
Yeah, thank you for that suggestion or that reach out, Jason. And just the last question there, I see that this is a question we get all the time.
Okay.
Dash Direct is available in other locations outside of the US.
Okay.
I know the Ionia team is working hard on expanding to different locations, but there is mostly a regulatory and you know, an issue not only with technology. So that's what I've heard. I know they've been working on it, and we hope that soon it'll be available, you know, not only in LATAM, like Splywork is saying, but in Europe and other places. But it depends more on the Ionia team, and we're going to have a catch up with them soon. So hopefully they'll be able to give us good news.
All right. Thank you very much. So yeah, and also as Sławek said, join Dash Discord, and we can direct everyone from there if they want to contribute. All right, thanks for being here. Is it time for wrapping up, Ernesto?
Yeah. Thank you so much for the team for preparing this. Thank you so much for Marina, Leuri. They've been working on this for quite some time now. Thank you, Balazs, for organizing. And most importantly, thank you to everyone that joined for the questions and for the interaction. We really appreciate it, and we hope you like the presentation, and we're looking forward to the suggestions.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.